Good morning and happy Friday. It's your Pisces MC, Trevor Quincy. Today is September 8th, 2023. And we're just going to take a look at the current transits of what's going on in the sky today. Currently, we have Sun and Mercury still in retrograde in the sign of Virgo. Now, the conjunction is still intact. It's more of a loose conjunction rather than a tight conjunction. Mercury is retrograding back. It's currently at 11 degrees, which has an Aquarius undertone to it. But we are now reevaluating, revisiting some lessons in regards to our daily responsibilities, day-to-day events, work schedule, routines around personal development and physical health, okay? Right now, Mercury retrograde is actually forming an opposition to Saturn retrograde. It's a bit of a loose opposition as well, but it's still intact. There's still going to be energy that you do feel here. Saturn being in Pisces opposing Mercury retrograde here. Saturn's trying to make our dreams a tangible reality, and Mercury is the executor on how to make our dreams a tangible reality in the physical world. So right now, there just needs to be the balance between spiritual development and physical development as well. With the sun here, major focus is going to be more towards personal development. Just be sure to establish the balance between the two, okay? We do have Mars in Libra. This is energy and drive towards relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts, marriage and union, also applicable here. Be sure not to rush through any relationship dealings, business dealings as well. Be sure to watch out for any contracts, especially if Mercury retrograde or Mars in Libra happens to be in your 7th house too, okay? Also, be sure here to watch out for any impulsive or spontaneous energy around business dealings or relationships, partnerships, or interpersonal connection as well. All right, Pluto is retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. Currently in the United States, we may be experiencing another wave of our Pluto return. The Pluto return for the United States is actually at 27 degrees, 33 arc minutes. Pluto is retrograding currently right now is at 28 degrees, 8 arc minutes. And so right now it's September. I know that Pluto is going to be in Aquarius January 2024, but it's still going to be retrograding. And I will say here that I feel as though that we are going to have another wave of the Pluto return. The Pluto return here in the United States definitely brings out the truth, really, through the vulnerable means necessary. I'm not really liking Mercury retrograde right now, but through vulnerable means necessary, Pluto tends to bring about the truth in a very harsh or brutal way, because Pluto wants us to be our most vulnerable selves. And with it being in Capricorn, there's a lot of hardships, a lot of lessons that need to be learned in regards to career, status, legacy, life's work, authority, as well as governing ourselves as well, okay? With Neptune in Pisces, according to Saturn in Pisces, just be sure to pay attention to your dreams, any visions that you may have, paying attention to those because they can actually help you towards your emotional fulfillment right now, since Neptune is trine the moon currently at 4 degrees Pisces. But I also will say here, paying attention to your dreams can actually help you to make your dreams a tangible reality, can help you to bring organization and structure around that as well too. With Chiron and North Node in Aries, there's definitely fated events happening around ourselves, our identity, our independence, taking action towards our life's direction as well. Just watch out, as I said, for impulsive or spontaneous energy. With Chiron here, wounds can definitely pop up if in the case that we are expressing ourselves, trying to be our most authentic selves, and people are trying to, not dim our own light, but trying to keep us down, trying to keep us away from being ourselves. It is really important here that we, don't give into the projection, that we don't give into self-sacrificing or self-sabotaging energy as well, that we actually cater into our life's direction, taking action towards that. That's actually what helps us to heal ourselves and heal other people too. Also catering towards relationships, partnerships, the people that really mean something to us at this time as well, since Mars is expressing itself opposite in Libra, okay? Jupiter recently went retrograde in the sign of Taurus, which means that Jupiter could be bringing blessings to you. Now, Jupiter is getting us to expand our worth and value as well as our material possessions as well, just as long as we don't equate the two, of course. Just be sure to establish a balance between giving and receiving, okay? With Jupiter in Taurus, watch for the overindulgence, self-splurging as well. With Uranus here, sudden changes can happen to finance. Sudden changes can also happen to our worth and value. Perhaps one day we may feel really great, the other day it's kind of not so great. We may feel like we're undervaluing ourselves in some way. During this Jupiter retrograde transit, ask yourself if you're undervaluing or overvaluing yourself in certain areas, depending on where Taurus sits in your chart as well. Also, watch out for spending right now, because with spending, you can tend to spend more than what is coming in, or vice versa. Perhaps maybe you're not spending enough, or you're maybe not taking care of yourself too, because remember, Taurus is all about filling back up your cup, replenishing yourself as well too. All right, Moon is in Cancer. Pay attention to our intuition during this time. Emotional well-being can definitely come from learning ourselves at a foundational core as well, okay? Venus is in Leo. It has gotten out of its retrograde period. It is still in the shadow period, so lessons can still present itself, but be sure to express your worth, your value, as well as what you want in relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts, and become confident within that as well, okay? That's it for the transits currently. We are doing readings today. Readings are going to be $15 for tarot and astrology, if in the case that you would like. Just be sure to send your donations to TRZO LLC, Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. The name is synonymous through all three platforms. Just be sure to include your birthday, time, location, just like the example that you see below. And for international birthdays, just be sure to format that month, day, year, okay? And then if in the case that you forget to send your birth information, it's okay. If you're messing up like I'm messing up right now, just be sure to just send an Instagram DM at TRZO, TRESCZO. For those that are coming in, for those that are watching, free reading. I'm going to give a free reading for the first person who can answer the following correctly. Venus is the planetary joy of which house in Hellenistic astrology? Chat amongst yourselves. I just need to get my tarot cards. All right, let's see. Did anybody get it? How's everybody's Mercury retrograde going? Mercury retrograde is beating me, honey. For me, it's technology, it's communication. I noticed that, like, I'm kind of stumbling over my words a lot, and it's not just because I have all this energy, because I've been feeling like iffy energy lately, and I feel more relaxed, but like Mercury's really out here doing big things in my third house. All right, let's see here. All right, we have Karen's Crayola. Karen's Crayola. Got it right off the bat. Karen. I'm going to write your username until you tell me your name. And just send your information, okay? But it is the fifth house. It is the fifth house in Hellenistic astrology here. Do I still have, let's see here. All right, well, we're just going to use this as an example. The first house, Mercury finds planetary joy in the first house. The moon finds planetary joy in the third house. In the fifth house, Venus finds planetary joy. Mars finds planetary joy in the sixth house. We have Sun in the ninth house finding planetary joy. Let's see here. Jupiter in the 11th and Saturn in the 12th. Did I miss a planet? Let's see here. Sun, Moon, Mercury, Mars, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn. Nope, got it all. All right, let's see here what's going on with the collective with tarot. It's been like that. My name's Karen. My birthday, November 1st, North Miami, 12:30. Thank you. I will remember that. All right, let's see here. Well, congratulations. It was an easier question today. I tend to I want to sprinkle it up a little bit, but congrats. I'll just remember that. But we're gonna definitely do a collective message. Let's see what's going on. Where's everybody from, by the way? Where's everybody from? I'm here down in the South, you know, where temperatures are rising to over 100 degrees, but I'm not in Arizona, where the garbage trucks and the cars are melting and you can crack an egg on the side of the street and then get some scrambled eggs for free, you know. Hey, from Cleveland, Ohio. Hello. Welcome. Good morning. How you doing? Happy Friday. Thank God we made it through the week. Did this week go fast? I felt like this week went fast for me, at least, you know. All right, let's see here. Street eggs. Yeah, you know, I'm not opposed. Actually, no, I'm not trying to have street eggs. I don't care how much seasoning is in it. Nor. It's a no for me. Okay, there is an opportunity coming in for people quick. Perhaps right now you may feel like you're in a transition period, a transformation in itself. Whenever this thing comes in, know that it is just for you. You cannot take everybody with you, okay? This may happen very quickly for you. A lot of fire energy around Aries, Leo, Sagittarius as well, okay? This is going to lead to financial or emotional fulfillment, I should say. Could bring finances here, but over time it's going to affect your emotional well-being in a positive positive way. Okay, stand firm in any decision that you're making during this time. It's now time to get clear on what direction that you would like to take, what it is that you would like to do as well. Perhaps you could be getting some advice or some news or some messages from somebody who could be very communicative. Watch for gossip during this time, okay? Let's see here. Hello. We made it through the week, but I gotta work this weekend too. Absolutely not. No. You take enough of my time during the week. Tell them that. Actually, don't tell them that. But like, I had a dream that I was thinking that I was going to die for some reason. Do you interpret your dreams, or does anybody, for instance, do you interpret your dreams? If so, do you use a specific like website, or do you just use intuition? Lately, because I just relocated, I haven't been able to remember my dreams. And my dreams, I'm finally starting to remember them. But I try not to interpret my dreams using like those websites, because like, for instance, my brother got me using dreammoods.com a couple of years ago. I was going through like a big transformation at that time, and I had a lot of vivid dreams, and I was definitely going through the rough and the rudges. And one of the things that I remember from my dream, like I typed it into the website, and they were like, oh, this means that you're going through X, Y, and Z. And I completely did not resonate with that. So I wonder if anybody does interpret messages, and if so, do they use any of those like websites that people put out there? All right, so we're going to get started with our first meeting. We're going to go throw ourselves right into it. Look at God. All right, let's see here. Karen, of course, we're starting with you. And if anybody else wants a reading, the line is open. The line is very open. We just started. I don't put my information here on TikTok anymore because people tend to send donations after the fact that the readings are closed. So I'm very conscious of that. So just be sure to ask if in the case of, if readings are still open, if I'm still doing readings, just don't send any donations like, out of randomness, unless it's a tip, then of course I'll thank you for that. But like, for instance, if in the case that like I'm in the middle of doing readings as well too, just be sure to hold off questions for the end. That way people get the full experience of what it is too. I'm ready for this Mercury retrograde to be over, because today I'm like, my thoughts, I know what I want to say up here, but it's not translating out here today. Well, it just happens like that, right? Let's see here. I'm my own boss, so I need to tell me that I'm screaming. Well, see, it's a little different when you work for yourself, because when you work for yourself, I feel like the tables turn, and so you put a lot more expectation on you, and you look at yourself as a boss, and you know what you're capable of doing too, so you're going to do that. You're going to do that too. You know what I mean? Intuition, I remember as soon as I wake up. Interesting. Like, it stays in my memory, and when I wake up, I'm like, that was pretty strange. Interesting. See, and now that leads me to my next question. Do you remember your dreams all the time, or is it like spontaneous and sporadic? Yeah, I do dream interpretation intuitively. Dream symbolism can be very subjective. Then I'm going to have to, we're going to have to chat, because I'm like, some of these dreams that I be having, look, it's really, is this going to be whole sign or Placidus? I'm going to be interpreting this chart using whole sign. If in the case that you like Placidus, I could do that in a private readings, which leads me to my next question, which user 754-324-706-6538 just asks, am I still doing readings by appointments? I do readings live, and I also do readings by appointments. If you, in the case that you want a reading today, it's going to be $15 through TRZO LLC, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. If in the case that you want it by appointment, I do that as well. Just go to the link in my bio under Universal Analysis. Thank you for the heart. It's in the link in my bio under Universal Analysis. I do astrology, numerology, and tarot services. I also do combo as well. So those are going to be much longer appointments. It's usually about an hour and a half, depending on which service that you get. And then we look at your chart, we laugh, we cry, we go through all the A words. It's a cute time. Let's see here. I'm having very vivid dreams this week. Yesterday, I wouldn't say that my dreams have been vivid. Like, when I lived in New York, my dreams were very vivid right before I moved. And then when I moved, it's as if my dreams just stopped. And then like now they're slowly starting to come back. So I'm like, okay, thank God we're easing towards some better times. Look at God. All right. Okay. So here's how my readings are going to start. Karen is our first test person here for the readings here. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through your whole list. I'm going to read every placement that you have. I'm also going to tell you if you have a critical degree. What is a critical degree? A critical degree is a degree of significant importance. So if in the case that you have a critical degree, pay attention to the sign and the house that they sit in as well, okay? Because this can bring fated events, people, places, things, the nouns. Anybody can come back when you have a transit over this position, so you really need to pay attention to it, okay? Here we go. Ready? Sun 9 Scorpio, Sun's at a critical degree. Moon 25 Virgo, Mercury 1 Scorpio. Venus 7 Scorpio retrograde, Mars 10 Libra. Jupiter 16 Leo, Saturn 28 Gemini retrograde. Uranus 24 Aquarius retrograde, Neptune 8 Aquarius. Neptune's at a critical degree. Pluto 16 Sagittarius, North Node 10 Gemini retrograde. Chiron 5 Capricorn, Ascendant 0 Aquarius, Ascendant at a critical degree. MC 15 Scorpio. All right, let's go. Let's see what's going on up here. Now, let's see that Aquarius Ascendant. All right. You're the first Aquarius Ascendant that I've had, I'd say, in a couple of readings. You know, I don't really get Aquarius all that much, but I will say part of your ascension requires you to focus on friends, groups, networks, organizations, the execution of your future endeavors. Watch for chaotic tendencies here because Aquarius does like to rebel. All right. Be sure that you're finding an understanding for yourself. Aquarius is a very misunderstood sign, and it may incorporate or it may go through some type of rejection, trying to fit in with the wrong crowd and not understanding truly why you feel different. You feel different because you are different. You are here to do something that can progress society to move forward as well. It is really important for you to have a connection with the universe, to really deepen that connection with spirit, source, however you choose to identify that. That'll actually help you to take actions towards your career, status, legacy, and life's work. It can even help you to step into your power there. A little conflict and inattention between your career and your identity here. Perhaps maybe you may have some thoughts that could be very progressive, and perhaps maybe it may differ from what your career, status, legacy, and life's work is taking you in direction-wise, okay? However, once you get through that inner conflict and tension, it can actually be a means of success for you. Perhaps maybe this can be getting out of your way of control, perhaps for the 10th house being in Scorpio. Since Scorpio likes to be on top of things as well, Aquarius is more making change for the collective, so really it's all about intention here, okay? So make sure the intention is correct. That inner conflict and inner tension could definitely be relieved, okay? With Uranus here, Uranus is not going to let you be comfortable. It is your chart ruler first house here, so self-identity, independence will definitely be highlighted themes, as well as taking action towards your life's direction as well. Pay attention to any ideas that you may have. That can actually put you in a position of power, and it can help you to execute any future endeavors. Now, you do have two chart rulers. Of course, as I said, your first chart ruler is within the first house. You also have a second chart ruler in Gemini in that sixth house there. I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, in your fifth house there, whole sign. Saturn in the fifth is a really drawn-out process, if you ask me, to develop your confidence, putting yourself out there, expressing yourself, shining your light, not dimming it because of other people's projection here. You do have Saturn retrograde in that fifth house, so watch for self-sabotaging, dimming your own light per se. You could be the jack of all trades, master of none, and you'll always do it better than the master of one. It is important to put your eggs in multiple baskets here, okay? Watch for spreading gossip or misinformation, okay? Because with Gemini in the fifth house, it's very expressive, definitely likes to communicate. But watch for gossip and misinformation because for you, it could be quite karmic, okay? Fated events will definitely move you into becoming more confident and expressing yourself. Could be an artist, definitely could do something with entertainment or just perhaps just putting yourself out there. Now, I also will say with your North Node in the fifth house, this is very good fortune that's coming in from a past life. Perhaps you had some good deeds that added up, okay? But I will say with North Node in Gemini here, just be sure that whatever information that you're sharing with other people, that you back it up with experience, okay? Moving on, nothing in Pisces, nothing in Aries, nothing in Taurus. Already went through Gemini. We have Cancer, already did that, or there's nothing in there. Then we have Jupiter and Leo in your seventh house. A lot of experiences that will move you towards relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts. This is actually an area of your life that can help you to build your own confidence here. It is really important to watch for the overconfidence, the over-ego energy. That could be the shadow aspect of Jupiter and Leo here. With Jupiter and Leo, you are going to have an influx of people coming in. You don't really have to do much work here, but I will say With Jupiter, pay attention to the experiences. They can actually help you not only in your career status, legacy, and life's work, but they can also help you to manifest or execute any future endeavors. It can actually help you to step into your power here, okay? Moving on, we have Moon in the 8th household sign in Virgo. Just be sure not to over-intellectualize your emotions, but rather feel them through, okay? Also, watch out for self-criticism, criticism of others. Don't worry yourself too much as well. That could be the tendency here. Be sure to prioritize your healing journey going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, and making peace with your past too, okay? Letting go of what no longer serves you, dealing with any suppressed emotions that may come up from below the surface, as well as letting go of what no longer is in alignment, which in turn puts you in alignment with your dharmic path, okay? There's a little bit of inner conflict and tension in regards to your healing journey and how you may express yourself. Perhaps you could be afraid of other people's projection because of all the healing that you've done. Once you step into your power, that's actually what's going to help you to develop your confidence and put yourself out there and express yourself better too. It is going to come with time, but it's actually going to get better with time too. So look at God, look at God. All right, let's see what else here. Emotional fulfillment can also be found through intimacy, vulnerability, being of service to other people, prioritizing your personal development journey as well too. All I do is worry. No, you should not worry. Don't worry. Well, I can't tell a Virgo to stop worrying. Look, I said what I said. But just be sure that you are watching for self-criticism, criticism of others too, and just prioritizing your personal development journey, creating schedules or routines that can help you to transform and to step into your power. The worry will be gone, okay? Then we have Mars in Libra. You're right now going through a Mars in return. The degrees are not going to line up quite yet. You have a little bit to go. I would say within the next week or two, you're going to have a Mars return. For you, this can definitely bring about energy and drive towards figuring out more about your life's purpose, a belief, a certain philosophy, finding your own truth in life as well. Other people are definitely meant to help you out here, so don't be opposed to hearing other people's perspectives. Oh, there we go. That's the first time this week that I said the word perspective correctly. I always used to stumble over that word. But it is really important that you allow other people to come in to help you out, to guide you on that direction, because you're not meant to do this alone, okay? Let's see what else is going on here. Scorpio in that 10th house. What a party. We got Mercury, we have Venus, we have the Sun, we also have MC here. Part of your mission in this lifetime is to transform the collective, which means that you are personally going to go through your own transformation. As I said, prioritizing your healing journey, letting go of what no longer serves you, and letting go of what no longer is in alignment can help you to step into your power. Just be sure that you're not over-obsessing over your healing journey, your career status, legacy, and life's work, relationships, as well as any thoughts that may be lingering as well, okay? Now, with Venus and Scorpio, another indicator here that you're not meant to do this journey alone. Other people are going to give you resources or just help you out. So definitely open yourself up to receiving in that area too, okay? With Mercury and Scorpio, you can naturally be a truth detector, a lie detector. No one can lie to you because you can see right through it, okay? But people have to be ready when you're expressing your truth or when you're speaking, because with Mercury and Scorpio, I actually have this placement too. Not an easy placement for people that have not been doing their healing work, okay? That's why Scorpios are seen as intimidating, intense, transformative, serious, is because you have to be healed to talk to a Scorpio. You have to be healed in order to really get along with Scorpios or 8th house placements. Only reason is because we go through a lot of transformation early on and the universe removes our mask. The mask that we show to the collective in order to get validation or to be liked or to be accepted as well. Scorpio, there is no mask. Your mask has been taken away. And so you start seeing over time how many people are not authentically themselves. And so when you present in front of these people, they can feel an inner intimidation. Some people could be very vocal about it. Most people are not. So just be sure not to take on the projection here, because with Scorpio MC, it's a very magnetic placement. Okay, so people can really, really like it, but then there are also people that may not have the best intentions for you. So don't even give in to that as well, okay? Major focus will be on career status, legacy, and life's work. As I said, just be sure not to over-obsess over that as well. With Pluto and Sagittarius in your 11th house, power definitely comes from prioritizing friends, groups, networks, organizations, and the execution of your future endeavors. This can also mean power can also come through figuring out your life's purpose, finding your own truth, finding belief systems and philosophies, perhaps maybe even a religion that may support that as well. Just be sure not to over-obsess over friends, groups, networks, organizations, the execution of your future endeavors, belief systems, finding your own life's purpose as well too. This is in trine to that 7th house like we just discussed before. So other people will definitely help you to execute your future endeavors quite effortlessly, if I may add. Now, this is actually in a very good position. Your Sagittarius ruler being Jupiter in Leo, it's 9 places from the 9th, okay? Or it's 9 from the 9th, which means that it's the higher octave of Sagittarius energy here. Just watch out, as I said, for over-egotism or perhaps overconfidence as well, all right? Last but not least, before I get you to tarot, we do have Chiron and Capricorn in the 12th house. This could be wounds around success, wounds around authority. Perhaps maybe you are meant to be an authority figure, but the authority that you've had early on could definitely contribute to wounds and pertaining to your purest self here, okay? Because Chiron in the 12th house deals with spiritual wounds, wounds that are hidden, wounds that are from the unknown. Perhaps you've had hidden enemies trying to tell you that, oh, you know, it's you, whatever you want to do for success or whatever it is that you would like to do, it's going to be very hard, or you won't do that. You won't even get half as far, whatever. There's people trying to tear you down, you know, tear down your purest self. Or perhaps maybe there are some unconscious qualities that you may not have been aware of, and other people have definitely projected onto you because of things that you could not see in that moment. Be sure to prioritize your healing journey, spending time by yourself, as well as deepening the connection with the universe if you don't already have one, okay? Now, I will say with Capricorn, it's going to come with some hardships. It's going to come with some karma. However, you have the energy to overcome it. With that balance with Saturn and Gemini, since it expresses in that 6th house, be sure to find the balance between your personal and your spiritual development journey, okay? Let's get to tarot. Hey, Laura, how you doing? Oh, you would have answered the free reading question quite instantly because it was about Hellenistic astrology. The question today was, what Venus finds planetary joy in which house? Let's see. Ooh. Okay, Karen. Karen, you have a lot of options around you at this time. Just be sure to evaluate each option to see which one is best for you, okay? You could have came out of a period of feeling restricted or stagnant, stuck, like nothing was moving forward. Perhaps you could have felt stuck in the mind as well. You're moving into a time of peace and joy, really tapping into that inner child energy and tapping into your more creative energies as well. It's what's leading you to emotional fulfillment. This is something that you yearn for quite some time here, okay? Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces can also be prominent energy around you during this time as well. Now, I will say there is an opportunity coming for you. It's coming quite quick, okay? So there's not much that you need to do. Continue doing the things that you're doing already, if in the case that you're already in alignment, but there's not much that you really need to do. I recommend just taking some rest, but, you know, that's just me. But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for you for the most part. Thank you. All right, so for those that were asking about readings, yes, I can do you next. Readings are $15 for tarot and astrology. If in the case that you would like a reading, all you have to do is send your donations to TRZO LLC, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, okay? Just be sure to include your birthday, time, location, just like the example that you see below. For international birthdays, just be sure to format that month, day, year instead of day, month, year, okay? If in the case you forget to send your birth information, just Instagram me at TRZO, TRESCZO, okay? Let's see here. I'm good. How about you? I'm okay. Oh, I couldn't hear the question. This was the question. We already did the reading, by the way, for people that may try to guess. But the question today was, Venus is the planetary joy of which house in Hellenistic astrology? And I feel like if you were here earlier, you would have got that right off the bat. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're just doing some readings. Do you read about health? Not necessarily. I do readings for entertainment purposes only. That's just the discretion that I have to use. I don't really engulf myself in health readings. I mean, if it's a question like, oh, what should I watch out for? I could do that. But like, I don't really do readings pertaining to health because I would consult a doctor with that. I'm not medically trained in that department. Okay. Let's see here. My Saturn in the 5th is ruining my life. It's a hard placement to have because of the fact that early on when you tried to express yourself, you may have found it hard to do so because other people were telling you how to be, you know, and they were kind of projecting onto you what they didn't see within themselves. And so you kind of grown up in this, I guess in this mindset for you because it's in Gemini, it becomes harder to express yourself in the way that you want to express yourself. It becomes hard to express your authentic self because of fear of what other people may say. And it becomes to the point where you could restrict yourself from having fun, restrict yourself from enjoying life's recreation and kind of working and being in this strict disciplinarian personality here. You know, with Gemini is all about keeping things witty, lighthearted, you know, keeping things fun as well too. So really tapping into enjoying enjoying life for its recreation, doing things that you consider fun too, can actually help that Saturn placement out as long as you don't overdo it. Do you know what I mean? Let's see here. I assume you use the 5th house as the answer. Absolutely. Let's see here. But you're right. I need to stop the gossip. Yeah, because gossip could be quite karmic there. Just cashed up to you. Thank you, Danny. My BF has got Saturn in the 5th house. He definitely went through that when he was young. Yeah, usually with Saturn and Chiron, it usually happens in early childhood. It could draw out to teens and 20s, depending on the sign that's there. But it all depends on the lessons of what's trying to be taught, okay? Can I DM my birthday? If you sent it with the Cash App, it's going to pop up right away. I'm just waiting for it to load, so hold on tight there. And Saturn in the 5th can restrict your joy in life. It can bring fertility issues, etc. too, from what Alara said. You know, it's not an easy placement. It is a placement that does tend to get better over time, but it's a placement that is not easy in the moment, in the thick of it. He's the youngest. Everyone was telling him what to do and who to be. And, you know, that's the 5th house for you. I also have Chiron in the 5th, so I can relate to it. It's a little similar as well, too. But sometimes I hate it. But you also said I have Aquarius rising at a critical degree. What does that mean? To just pay attention to anything that's transiting your ascendant right now. Oh, not Saturn. Pluto. Pluto's soon to transit your ascendant. You're about to go through like a major transformation. Okay, so pay attention to the things that happen in your life during that time. You know, Pluto right now is conjunct your ascendant, but it's retrograde, so it's still in Capricorn, so it's technically in your 12th. But when it does cross over, pay attention to those certain things, because for over the next 20 years, you're going to go through a transformation, and it's going to be a very, very big one. It's going to be long. However, it's opposing Jupiter for you, so it may not be as domineering as it may be for other people. But Pluto in the 1st, it's no walk in the park, I will say. A lot of things come to light, a lot of transformation. I'm trying to say it as cliche as possible because I don't want to scare you, but it's a lot of situations, a lot of realities being kind of discovered. It's really pushing you to be your most vulnerable, authentic self possible. That's what helps you to stand in your power, okay? Do I read Chiron? Of course I do. There are also some other house joys, but most astrologers use the most common one. Oh, I just used it for the free reading question. I know all the planetary joys, but like what I'm learning is these questions that I do ask, it helps me to see where everybody that comes on this live is. That way, if I do decide to do the classes or the teachings, I'm not teaching at an advanced level, or I'm not teaching too beginner. I'm teaching where everybody else is, okay? Let's see here. I do read Chiron. I heard somebody say that Chiron is not that significant because it's so small. Chiron is the key to your happiness and the key to success, in my opinion, because if you don't heal your wounds, they tend to manifest in an external way. And that's the one thing that many people tend to miss, especially when they enter success, fame, whatever that may be on a public sphere. If you have unhealed wounds or things that have not been dealt with, they will be dealt with in a way that it may present in the masses. And so it's really important to pay attention to your Chiron placement and see the themes that it's trying to get you to understand. You know, let's see here. You're planning on doing classes. Love that for you. Yeah, a lot of people have been asking, but like the thing that I guess has been holding me back is like, I have heard people say that they want classes before, and then I'll go make the classes, put in all the energy and work, and nobody shows up, or one person shows up and then they kind of leave early on, you know, so it never ends up being the experience that I'd like it to be. But I know that that has to do with expectation, but I also know that I'm like, I don't want people saying that I want a class, and then I put on the class and then people miss it and they weren't there for it either. So there's that too. Did I read conjunction too? Conjunctions and aspects, so I do pay attention to conjunctions. But I get your point. Shadow work is forever. Absolutely, I'll tell you that. You're an excellent teacher. Well, thank you. I can see you doing TED Talks like presentations if you don't already. Well, hey, we got to put it out there. You know, you never know. You never know where the universe is leading you. Let's see, this happened to me too. I started a Patreon and no one showed up who expressed interest. Exactly, that's exactly actually what happened to me. I started a Patreon, and at the time I was actually on Clubhouse. I wasn't on TikTok yet. I started a Patreon and I put it at, you know, affordable prices. I don't think it was the you pay a month. You pay like a one-time fee, because like for me, I'm like, I don't make spirituality about money or classes or gatekeeping energy. I'm just going to share the energy with you, you know, because for me, it's like, The energy came to me for free. Why am I going to charge, somebody to learn the energy that you can learn for free, So, but I understand it's the energy exchange of it, but I don't want people expressing a lot of interest and then I go put in the work to make things happen and then nobody shows up, because then it really makes me feel like, it's a catch-22. All right, Daniel, we're up to you. Hold on a second. Let me get my list together because I'm sitting here babbling. Let's see. So we have Daniel. We also have Kennedy. Okay, so readings are still open, everybody, if in the case that you would still like a reading, okay? They're open. It's $15 for Tarot and Astrology, TRZO LLC, for Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. All right, just be sure to include your birth information. Danny, I know that you said that you forgot your birthday, but you could put your birthday here. Yeah, you could put your birthday here. You're all fine. You're fine. Let's see here. Duped. All the D words. I don't understand why my, what is it? My Cash App's not working today. But let's see here. We're going to go back, hey? All right, so Daniel, we're up to you. I just need a time of birth that you were born at, Daniel. And then we can get started. In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playgrounds where I spent most of my days, chilling out, maxing and relaxing, all cool. I'm shooting some people outside of the school when a couple of guys, they were up to no good, started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared. She said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air." Almost. Let's see here. 4/11/2001. Are nakshatras similar? No. I'm just going no. As much as people want it to be, no. Nakshatras are their own gig. Because there are, let's see, altogether there are 36 deacons, there are 27 nakshatras. Nakshatras come with their own, deacons come with their own energy. In that way, they could be similar, but no. Like, nakshatras come with their own ruler, their pada ruler, and you need to know the padas in regards to the nakshatra, so you know what your ascendant for the D9 chart will be. So there's so much more that goes into nakshatras than that goes into deacons. All right, let's see here. Now, if anybody knows the full rap to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, let me know. All right, Virgo ascendant. Let's see what we got going on down here. Sun's at 21 degrees Aries, Moon 8 Sagittarius, Mercury 10 Aries, Venus 2 Aries retrograde, Mars 24 Sagittarius, Jupiter 9 Gemini, Saturn 28 Taurus, Uranus 23 Aquarius, Neptune 8 Aquarius, Neptune's at a critical degree, Pluto 15 Sagittarius retrograde, North Node 10 Cancer retrograde, Chiron 28 Sagittarius retrograde, Ascendant 10 Virgo, MC 6 Gemini. All right, let's see what's going on up here. All right, so part of your ascension requires you to really tap into your daily responsibilities, day-to-day events, work schedule routine around personal development and physical health as well. Watch out for self-criticism, criticism of others as well. You do yearn to be of service to other people, perhaps being of service to yourself, creating the life that you would like so that way you can become the best version of yourself possible. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Your chart ruler could be found in the 8th house, so that means that you need to prioritize your healing journey, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, making peace with your past, not rushing through your healing journey with that Aries influence on that 8th house, really letting go of what no longer serves you, letting go of what no longer is in alignment, which in turn puts you in alignment with your dharmic path, okay? Now, with Mercury and Aries, when it's in the 8th house, this means people can't lie to you because you can see right through it. Don't we love God? Right. But I will say here, a word of advice, think before you speak, think before you do with Mercury and Aries, or anything in Aries, because Aries tends to be impulsive and spontaneous, so just be sure to think before you speak, okay? Let's see here. With Venus and Aries, intimacy, vulnerability is going to be very big here. Inheritance can also be seen with this Venus and Aries. It actually could come quite quickly. It may leave just as quick. Just be sure that we're not spending frivolously, okay? Also, with Venus in the 8th house, just know that you cannot be intimate and vulnerable with everybody, okay? That's going to be a major, major focus for you. It's also what's going to help you to step into your power. Moving on, nothing in Libra, nothing in Scorpio. We got the Sagittarius party in that 4th house. Just be sure that we're not running away from our emotions or running away from any problems in general, okay? With Moon and Sagittarius, could have moved around quite a bit. If in the case that you haven't moved around, this could actually manifest in your adult life since you have Moon aspecting your MC here. Now, I could tell that you had a transformative upbringing. Could have not been easy. Maybe a lot of intense situations that have happened early on. This could have caused inner conflict, frustration, tension in the home as well. A lot of wounds here too. Perhaps this could have been belief oriented. It could have caused you to figure out what your life meaning was, the things that have gone on in your life. Perhaps you could have grown up with a belief system that you didn't quite resonate with. You were actually urged to figure out what you believe in, what your life purpose is, what is your truth, and expand on that as well. It's going to help you to step into your power, just as long as you don't over obsess or rush through that process, okay? Now, everything that has happened within your childhood is really going to influence you within your career, status, legacy, and life's work. You're meant to be a jack of all trades, master of none, but you can always do it better than the master of one. It is really important that you don't put your eggs in just one basket, that you spread it out and do things in multiples, because Gemini does things in multiples. A lot of ideas are going to come through, and a lot of opportunity to advance within your career, status, legacy, and life's work is also going to happen. Just be sure that work is following that, because remember, the 10th house is the house of work, so you're going to need to put in the work and keep up the work here. But opportunities tend to come effortlessly for you. All right. But I just did notice a major T-square here. Your ascendant being at the apex, tapping into relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts will definitely help you to alleviate any inner conflict and tension that you may be feeling. It is also important to look at a relationship from a realistic perspective as well as business, because Pisces with its influence can give you a false illusion of what that may look like. Okay. Let's see here. With Moon in Sagittarius, or Moon in the 4th house, just be sure to listen to your intuition, okay? There's a lot of intuitive nudges that you may get from time to time. Let's see, I already said this already. Nothing in Capricorn, Aquarius. We have Uranus and Neptune here. You need to incorporate spirituality within your day-to-day, perhaps setting up a schedule or routine of some sort. Now, you may face spirituality, or I wouldn't say that. I would just say that your spiritual practice may be something that's quite unconventional or different. As long as it works out for you, that's all that matters, okay? Stop your reading me down. That's the goal. That's the goal, you know? But with Uranus and Aquarius, it is really important to pay attention to any ideas that do come across your day-to-day as well. They can actually help you to figure out your belief system, your philosophy, lead you towards your life's direction or your life's purpose as well. It can also help you within your career, status, legacy, and life's work. Look at God, okay? You may have a different approach to your day-to-day. You may not feel the most comfortable within your day-to-day. Sudden shakeups can be bound to happen. They can lead to great awakenings as well. Nothing in Pisces. We already went through Aries. Saturn and Taurus in your 9th house. Not an easy placement to have, but I will say here, you do have some good fortune. It may just manifest with some sort of delay, or but it's not going to deny you here. But with Saturn and Taurus, usually an indicator for wealth for me. Your process of finding a philosophy, your meaning of life may not be easy. You may find it that you may have a little bit of limited beliefs, or you may come across people that do have limiting beliefs as well. With Venus's influence on your 9th house, just be open to other people's perspectives, and that can actually help you to further expand on your own meaning of life, or just the meaning of life in general, okay? With Saturn here, it is going to get better with time, and it can actually help you to figure out your worth and value here. You may feel tested by the universe. If you feel that the universe is testing your patience, ask yourself when enough is enough. That's what helps you to further establish your worth and value here, okay? I already went over Gemini, so last but not least, we have Cancer before we get to Tarot. North Node in Cancer in that 11th house there. You are different for a reason, okay? It is really important that you understand yourself and not try to fit in with people that do not resonate with you on a different level. Your frequency and vibration are on a totally different level, and you're not meant to you're not meant to be around everybody. Not everybody's going to come with you on this journey. It's because you're different, because you have what it takes to progress society forward. Now, whatever you are executing for your future endeavors, rather that be your dreams, visions, goals of yours, and needs to resonate with you on an emotional level, which means we're going back down here to Sagittarius in a second, because we need to face our emotions head on. We need to be able to really face our problems and not run away from them. That's what helps us is tap into our intuition and see what's going to contribute to our emotional well-being as well. We also need to prioritize our personal life, feeling our feelings and our emotions, and really learning who we are at a foundational core. This may cause a little bit of conflict and inner tension with our healing, is because here, okay, now I'm seeing the fuller picture. It may be hard for you to process your emotions because of what has happened early on, but it is really important for your healing journey that you don't rush through that process, but rather feel them through. Then look at it from a different perspective. See the things that you can learn from that as well. That's actually going to help you to learn yourself on a deeper level, okay? Let's see what's going on in tarot. How do you pay for a reading? I will get to that in just a second. Get that bread. Don't let haters or naysayers stop you. I know that's right. Look at the support that you have here. That's right. All right, let's see what's going on in tarot. We are family at Charles E. Walters. We take pride in all that we do. Okay, there could be some conflict and inner tension around you at this time right now. It could be something that has been caused by an external force, but justice is about to be served here, okay? So perhaps maybe there was something that happened that you didn't get the credit for, or you didn't get your karma, your good karma, but it's gonna happen for you here, okay? There's no need to keep yourself guarded or keep your finances guarded as well. You've been putting in a lot of work. You've been putting in the action towards what it is that you want. Sometimes you've been putting in so much work that you're carrying it all on your shoulders, okay? You've had to be strong on this journey. It has not been an easy one, all right? But you need to get clear on the vision that you want for the future and really get about the business of standing in that intention, because things are going to happen for you in a really grand way for you, okay? You're about to become very... if I could put it down, you're about to become very grounded in a certain decision. You're about to become very grounded in the mind as well. You're not going to let these little things affect you moving forward anymore. So I would just say, keep doing what you're doing. It seems as though that you're putting in alignment towards some good energy, and I'm here for it. But that's all I'm seeing for you for the most part. Thank you. All right. All right, we're just waiting for it to, there we go. All right, so somebody asked, how do I book a reading? Of course, anytime. How do you pay for a reading? All you have to do is send $15 to TRZO LLC, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. The name is synonymous through all three platforms. Just be sure to include your birth date, time, and location. We'll add you to the queue. Just like the example that you see down there, just send it just like that. For international birthdays, just be sure to format that month, day, year instead of day, month, year. You know, and if you forget, you could just Instagram me at TRZO, TRESCZO. It happens. All right, we are family at Charles E. Walter. I'm going to put that down because people are going to be like, oh my God, I want a free reading, but no, that was just for the question. Let's see here. My rising is in the Parvashada Nakshatra. I was wondering where my beauty is. Where is that expressing itself? Where is it expressing itself through? Because I'm not familiar with the nakshatras, all of them yet. But where is your chart ruler expressing itself? Like what house? At Danny, my sister has the same big three. Ooh, look at that. I have the weirdest craving for diner food right now. And where I am does not have a diner. Let's talk about it. In this video essay, I'm going to have a quick rant on why diners are needed. They have good food, breakfast all day, and you can never go wrong with French toast and an American cheese omelet. But they don't have that here. Love diner food. Right. When I was in New York, oh my God, I would go to the diner religiously. And I would get a French toast deluxe with an American cheese omelet, rye toast, and French fries. And you know, I would eat it up. Chart ruler in the 8th house, but I was wondering because Google says that nakshatra is ruled by Venus. I have a chart, but it's on my phone, and I don't want to end the live, but I'm going to have to get back to you. I'll come back later today, and I'll definitely give you an update on it. But if it's in the 8th house, beauty lies within your intimacy, vulnerability. People can see your personal worth and value. It's really up to you to see it within yourself, especially with Venus's placements there. But if the nakshatra is ruled by Venus, I would say that it also has to do with beauty lies within other people seeing your beauty. So relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection can definitely increase the dynamic for your favor. All right, Kennedy. Where's Kennedy? Is Kennedy here? Yeah. What happened? Oh, I was about to say, I was like, what just happened? And then we have Joshua. Just reloading. Kennedy is here. Hey, how you doing? All right, let's see what's going on down here. The U.S. Department of Education did what? All right. Sad, isn't it? No internet. Oh, not Mercury retrograde trying to show up and out. Am I connected? Mercury retrograde really just said, Round Rock. Kennedy, are you still in Texas? Wait a second. If I can spell it. No, I'm not. Oh, she got up and out. Let's see. Happy almost birthday, by the way, at the end of the month. You have any plans? 10:05. All right, let's see what's going on here. Thank you. Of course. Let's see. Girl, Mercury doing something. I'll tell you that. You know, am I doing synastry charts? Not at the moment, but I do synastry in my privates, okay? Readings are still open. I feel like Saturn oppositions are harder than Saturn returns. What do you think about that? I have Saturn opposition my moon. I'm going to leave that at that. I haven't gone through my Saturn return yet, but Saturn opposing moon and then both of them being in dominant positions. I'm moon dominant and I'm also Saturn dominant. But wow, being Saturn dominant, you don't feel the other placements. No, you know, you don't feel when Jupiter is returning, or you don't feel when Jupiter is sitting pretty in its own sign, and how Saturn is still taking a poop on your chart. Doesn't matter if it's in the 6th house, the 10th house, or hiding in the 12th. It is still dominant in your chart. You're going to feel all those transits. Yes. The moon transits, I don't feel all that much though. But with Saturn opposite moon, I'd say that for me, it manifested in a moving sense, because it's like I moved away from home many times, but it never stuck, you know? And so I feel like with Saturn, it's just trying to make a name for myself away from my home. That's really going to be like where that manifests. Just a guess. Okay, well, book, thank you. Of course, of course. Oh, that's definitely hard, but I meant the transiting Saturn opposing your natal Saturn. Oh, now that's different. I experienced that when I was in either junior high or high school, and I don't remember that. Like, I remember that time, of course, but I don't think it was that difficult for me. That time was it was a better time. It was the prelude to my reckless era. But for me, I had a Sati Sati, because if Saturn was opposed my natal Saturn, like transiting Saturn, it would have been conjunct my moon, which means I would have went through that period of like, oh, things are like not working out, bad luck, whatever, you know. But during that time, it was actually very, it was a weird time in life, because that's when pop music started, playing, and, you know, all the stars that we know today, that's when they first started. So it was a weird time, but like, it was an okay time for the most part. I did feel like something was off during that time. Just couldn't put my finger on it. All right, let's see here. So young but it's apparent. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You do not have any fun until you finish your food vibe. Very much that. Very much that. Yes. Very much that energy. All right, let me not keep Kennedy waiting too long. Scorpio ascendant here. We are all friends. Well, I'm a Scorpio sun, so... Hi. All right, so we have Sun 7 Libra, Moon 18 Cancer, Mercury 1 Libra retrograde. Mercury's at a critical degree. Venus 13 Scorpio, Mars 20 Virgo, Jupiter 12 Leo, Saturn 28 Gemini, Uranus 25 Aquarius retrograde, Neptune 8 Aquarius retrograde, Neptune's at a critical degree. Pluto 15 Sagittarius, North Node 11 Gemini retrograde, Chiron 3 Capricorn, Ascendant 10 Scorpio, MC 14 Leo. All right, I felt like I was reading AI. All right, here we go. Scorpio ascendant, part of your ascension requires you to focus on prioritizing your healing journey, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, making peace with your past, as well as letting go of what no longer serves you, letting go of what no longer is in alignment, which in turn puts you in alignment with your dharmic path. Now, you have Venus here in Scorpio. Venus in Scorpio in terms of relationships, definitely an intimate and more vulnerable connection, very deep connection here as well. Now, this could come with some sort of inheritance, but I will say just watch out for like control in relationship, power struggles here as well. But for the most part, it's a very deep connection. Could be something that could transform you for the better, okay? Now, with Scorpio, just be sure not to over-obsess over relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, as well as your healing journey, okay? Now, your chart ruler, you have two. One is sitting in your second house of worth and value, material possession, self-replenishment, giving back to yourself, filling back up your own cup. Those themes are going to be heightened, as well as your 11th house of friends, groups, networks, organizations, the execution of your future endeavors, okay? So just be sure here that we're not rushing to execute any future endeavors here, that we're actually taking our time here. But you have a lot of energy and drive towards that area of your life. Look at God. Look at God. It may be because Saturn is exalted there, which is why it was more constructive. That's also true, too. That can also be a thing as well. Let's see here. Now, we do have a major T-square at that ascendant and Venus point. Just tapping into relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts will help you to alleviate any inner conflict and tension. Just be aware that we're not staying in relationships, partnerships, business dealings that are not serving our highest selves, okay? That we're not staying in any toxic situations. Moving on, we have Pluto in the second house. Watch for frivolous spending with Sagittarius' influence here, okay? But with Pluto here, you do find power when you establish your worth and value. When you ask yourself when enough is enough after feeling that you're being tested by the universe, that the universe is testing your patience, okay? Now, I will say power also comes from finding your own life's purpose, finding your own meaning of life, perhaps finding your philosophy and belief systems that match that too, and expanding on that. Now, monetary income can also come through career status, legacy, and life's work, since Jupiter is not only in that 10th house conjunct your MC, but it's throwing that nice little trine down to your second house here, okay? Now, I also will say, just be sure here that we're not over-obsessing with money. That could actually cause some loss there, okay? Now, we have Capricorn Chiron in the third house. Now, with Chiron and Capricorn in the third house, when you expressed your thoughts, your opinions, when you spoke up for yourself, essentially, you can speak with an authority that can trigger other people, that may make other people feel uncomfortable. So as a result, they could have projected onto you, and you could have internalized that as wounds, okay? It is important to find an outlet to best get those words, opinions, thoughts out, rather that be journaling, speaking to the universe, writing the letter that has never been delivered. Whatever works for you, that'll actually help you to heal yourself, which could potentially help to heal other people too. Look at God, okay? There is also a square here in regards to your 12th house. So this is all talking about your spiritual journey and purifying your mind, watching for limiting thoughts or pessimistic thoughts as well, because that can tend to happen with Capricorn in the third, because it is ruled by Saturn. So just be sure here that we're watching our thoughts, paying attention to the thoughts that are on our minds, because they can actually help within the spiritual development journey, or seeing any inner conflict and tension that results from your thoughts as well. See how you can change them for the better. Also, with Chiron and Capricorn, finding a balance between sharing any information and backing that up with experience. Not only can that give you emotional fulfillment, but that can also help you to heal yourself and other people as well too. Okay, Aquarius in that fourth house, we have Uranus and Neptune. Could have an absent parent, definitely could also have an emotionally absent parent as well. Could be father, since there's a trine to Saturn here. Looking for any aspects to the moon? Nope, could be father. That's my guess here. Now, I will say you've had an unconventional upbringing overall. Just be sure not to detach yourself from your emotions or over-intellectualize your emotions, but rather feel them through as well. With Neptune here, your life could have been fairly normal up until a specific point where things kind of just turned, and then suddenly you're thrusted into reality. This is actually happening because it's preparing you for your career, status, legacy, and life's work. Thank you for the roses. Anyway, I'll say here, with Neptune, just be sure to face your emotional well-being from a realistic standpoint, because Neptune here can tend to put a false illusionment on that as well, okay? Finding a balance between your public and your private life is going to be very beneficial for your path here, because you may be very busy within career, status, legacy, and life's work, that you may neglect your foundational stuff, your private life, your home, your family, processing your feelings and your emotions as well. Okay, moving on, we have nothing in Pisces, nothing in Aries, nothing in Taurus. We have Saturn and we have North Node in Gemini, destined to step into your power to prioritize that healing journey as well. It is going to be very important that from your healing journey, you're going to gain some wisdom, that you're sharing that with other people. Beware of micromanaging things that are outside of your control, as well as confronting fears with intimacy, vulnerability, and going below the surface and accepting the darker aspects of life as well. Same thing with Saturn and Gemini. Watch for spreading misinformation and gossip. This can actually be quite karmic for you here, okay? But you are meant to be the jack of all trades, master of none, but you'll always do it better than the master of one. With Uranus here, there's effortless trine here, and that can actually give you ideas at a foundational level that can actually help you to progress society forward, whatever it is that you'd like to do with that, okay? We have Moon in Cancer in that 9th house, very intuitive, so be sure to tap into your intuition, especially in regards to figuring out your life's purpose, finding a belief system or philosophy that can help you to expand on that as well. Any belief system that you may incorporate into your life's purpose, it has to resonate with you on an emotional level, otherwise it gets the chop. All right, let's see what else is going on here. Jupiter and Leo conjunct MC. Part of your mission in this lifetime is to build up your own confidence and help the collective to do the same. That way they can express their most authentic self. There's going to be a lot of opportunities opportunity that's going to help you to not only step into your own confidence to express yourself, but there's going to be a lot of opportunities to where you're going to be the person helping other people to do that for themselves. But with that, as I said, comes the opposition. Learning who you are at a foundational level, learning your own authenticity, which in turn helps you to better express yourself here, okay? You're different for a reason. I don't know if anybody's ever told you that, but you are very different for a reason, with Aquarius being at your foundation here, and you are meant to do work that is going to progress society forward, okay? Moving on, we have Mars in Virgo. Just be sure to watch out for any impulsivity and spontaneity around your future endeavors. Friends, groups, networks, and organizations will definitely be here to assist you. Watch for self-criticism and criticism of others, especially those that may not be at your work ethic level, okay? Then we last but not least have Mercury and the Sun in Libra. Now, this can actually be an indicator of karmic relationships. Libra in the 12th house. With Mercury in Libra, you benefit from writing your own contracts, even writing your own prenup if in the case that you'd like to get married. But Mercury in the 12th definitely gives us a chatty subconscious, so paying attention to your dreams, paying attention to any visions that you may get, because that can actually help you in your healing journey, as well as help you to confront any fears with intimacy and vulnerability as well, okay? With Sun in Libra here, you may come across a bit of karmic relationships, as I said, but I will say that this is actually pushing you to become more of your purest self. It's actually what you're destined for with that trine with Sun in the North Node here. It's going to help you to step into your power. But I will say, just be sure to deepen the connection with the universe if it doesn't already exist, trusting in the unknown as well. Traveling to foreign lands could also help you out here. Just be sure that we're not approaching that 12th house from a materialistic standpoint. That can not only bring damage to your spiritual journey, but it can also bring damage to learning yourself, independence, taking action towards your life's direction as well, okay? Let's get on to tarot. Supervillain Nova asks what's going on. I'm doing tarot and astrology today. I'm going to get to more information in just a second. I just want to finish up the reading. Leo and Aquarius just sent over PayPal. Look at God. Jennifer is here. Yay. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's see what's going on in tarot. What's going on in tarot today? Ooh, I see Jasnina's here. Hey, Jasnina. How you doing? Let's see what's going on here. Oh, yes. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no. Okay. So you're wrapping up some cycles here. I can see that perhaps you're manifesting something, but you've been putting in a lot of effort and a lot of action towards that manifestation. Now's the time to take the step back. I know you're seeking emotional fulfillment, and I know whatever it is that you're going through may feel like you have a lot of things you may feel stabbed in the back. A lot of weight is on your shoulders too, but you're actually coming towards the end of a major cycle. You're shutting things out. But once you take this step back and really just take time for you instead of focusing so heavily on your manifestations, you'll be surprised at how things are moving so quickly, okay? Just be sure to balance your finances or find the balance within any lessons that you've learned from the past as well. Perhaps you're healing from some past heartache or some past things that have left you in this aching state, okay? You could have had restriction in the mind, could have felt stuck. Perhaps maybe sleep could have been affected as well, but you're actually moving into this time of celebration where things are actually going to start working out to you. Why? It's because you deserve the world. You've gone through a lot, and now things are starting to materialize for you. So the world is your oyster. What are you going to do with that? I'll leave you with that. Thank you. All right, you should do a live on night. I always join at work, like a reading. That's why I go live twice through the day. I do once in the morning, once in the afternoon. But I usually do from, the afternoon one is just astrology, and that's 2 p.m. Central Standard, 3 p.m. Eastern. But if I do it at night, because like Friday night readings, I got things to do, you know what I mean? Thank you so much. Of course, anytime. Let's see what's next. Lifted me up when I couldn't reach. You gave me faith 'cause you believed. I'm everything I am because you love me. Oh, yes, you do. All right, let's see here. Somebody just said that they sent a PayPal, but I didn't get a PayPal just yet. Or it just may be my email that's just acting up because it wants to be foolish. I'm everything I am. Is Joshua still here? Because you. Okay, Joshua is here. Great. I'm just looking at something just to see if it came in. All right, let's see here. All right, I got your, I got the PayPal. Hold on a second. Okay. All right, so Joshua's up first. I have Joshua's information here. And, oh, not that. And go there. All right, there we go. I'm everything I am because you love me. That's right. Okay, come on, Aquarius energy. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, Sagittarius energy with that North Node conjunct the Ascendant. Let's see what's going on down here. Sun 8 Aquarius, Sun's at a critical degree. Moon 9 Aries, Mercury 11 Aquarius, Venus 25 Pisces. Mars 10 Cancer retrograde, Jupiter 14 Libra. Saturn 19 Aquarius, Uranus 19 Capricorn, Neptune 19 Capricorn, Pluto 25 Scorpio. North Node 18 Sagittarius retrograde. Chiron 21 Leo retrograde, Chiron's at a critical degree. Ascendant 17 Sagittarius, Ascendant's at a critical degree. MC 9 Libra. Ascendant, you could be spiritually protected. I don't know if you're into numerology. 1717 can definitely be a confirmation if you're into it. All right, let's get to the reading up here. Come on, 777. Lots of aqua today. I know, I was saying that earlier. Like, I've been seeing a lot of Aquarius energy lately. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my Jupiter. All right, here we go. Sagittarius ascendant. What's required of you for ascension is really to focus on your belief system, your philosophy, finding your own meaning of life, as well as finding your own truth, expanding on that as well. Higher knowledge, higher education, law of religion can definitely be influences here as well as your spiritual practice. Teachers, gurus can also be of an influence as well here too. With that North Node conjunct here, fated events will definitely happen to move you towards. Sorry, y'all, I just glitched for a second because I need to charge my phone. Let me charge my phone. I gotta get home. Aries, we need some help here. Can you guys still hear me? Just making sure. Joshua, can you still hear me? Just making sure. All right. Okay, yes, you can still hear. Okay, cool. So the North Node in Sagittarius is going to give you fated events towards the themes that I listed before. It's also going to give you themes to really move towards yourself, identity, independence, figuring out your own life's direction, taking action towards that as well, because you're coming out of the energy of relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, other people telling you to do certain things or confiding within other people to which path that you should take as well. You're now moving towards independence and doing things on your own because innately you already have the answer within you. But it's really about trusting yourself and trusting that whatever it is that's within you is going to work out, okay? It is actually going to work out. It's going to help you to heal not only yourself but other people here. And it's going to help you to stand in your confidence. But we'll get there in just a second. Your chart ruler is in the 11th house. Great placement for the chart ruler to be, especially since it's Jupiter, because Jupiter finds planetary joy in that 11th house. It is really important here that you're allowing other people to help you to execute any future endeavors that you may have for yourself, paying attention to those ideas in regards to your future endeavors as well. But other people will definitely help you. This could be friends, groups, networks, organizations, but they'll definitely give you resources too, okay? Jupiter in Libra also gives you a knowledge of how other people work, helps you to gain some type of wisdom about life through people too, okay? Realize that you are different for a reason, that you are not different because, you know, you're being punished or anything like that, but you're different because you're meant to progress society forward. And so that brings a different frequency and vibration, and you may not match the majority collective. That kind of stands you out, makes you kind of a little not outlandish, but like, what's the word? Of an outcast. It may make you a bit of an outcast, but for the most part, once you realize that you are different, it helps you to better understand yourself. And it better helps you to understand your destiny as well, too. Okay, let's see what else is going on here. We have Capricorn in the second house. We actually have Uranus and Neptune. Only thing I'll say here is just watch for overspending or spending more than what is coming in. There is a square between Jupiter and Neptune here. For starters, developing a sense of a connection with the universe, deepening that connection if it already exists, can help you to better establish your worth and value. It can also help you to bring in some material funds, because it could give you an idea that you can execute towards your future endeavor. But since there is the square here, this could mean that you may feel as though that you may not have the resources to execute any future endeavors that you may have for yourself, or you have a vision but you don't know how to execute that, or you may feel like you don't have the resources to put in the action at this time. You have all that you need to get to the next level. So this is a process. It's not going to be like, oh, well, I'm going to give you this, and this is going to be the thing that gets you everything that you ever want. You actually have to take that next step. It's a step-by-step process here, okay? And so it is going to take some time, especially since Capricorn is involved here, but it's going to get you to that next step, okay? Moving on, we have Aquarius in that third house. Before I even get into the nooks and crannies of your third house, Aquarius is quite progressive in their speech, in what they say, in how they maneuver through life. It's a very progressive placement. They're very ahead of their time. And so for you in the third house, any information that you share with others, any opinions that you may have, any thoughts that you may have as well, it's quite progressive. It's quite something that is ahead of what the collective may be ready for at that time. So you may find that if you're sharing information, advice with people, that it may not hit until days, weeks, months later, is because you're kind of in the future and you're telling people that these certain things may happen, or this is what I think about certain things, and people may not be ready for it until it happens. And then people are like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. So it's kind of like that with Aquarius here. Major focus is going to be on your mind, your thought process as well, paying attention to your ideas, as I just said. A lot of trine energy, effortless energy towards executing your future endeavors, okay? It's part of your mission in this lifetime too. Now, I will say with Mercury in Aquarius, just be sure here that we're watching for any chaotic tendencies that may come out when we're executing any future endeavors too, especially with Saturn present too, because it could be karmic for you. But Saturn in the third, it's a little similar to Chiron. Like early on, you could have felt suppressed or restricted in sharing your opinions and thoughts because of what other people may have said. This could have been authority figures, people that had that authority over you. But it is really important to find an outlet to get those words out and then not suppress them. Rather that be journaling, speaking to the universe, writing a letter that has never been delivered, whatever works for you here, okay? There is an opposition to Chiron here. So backing up any information that you share with people, backing that up with experience can actually help you to heal yourself and heal other people as well too, okay? Can also help you to step into your confidence. You know, you have Venus in the fourth house here. Now, I'm not going to lie, and especially because it's in Pisces, Venus in the fourth house tends to be that placement that, you know, to the public, they're presenting a nice face, everything is done right, everything is kind of great, but then behind the scenes, things are a hot-ass mess. You know, not saying that things are a hot-ass mess, but there is a trine to Pluto here, so there could have been a transformative upbringing, but perhaps the public may not know. There could be a lot of hidden things that you may not present. But it's really important for starters to develop yourself spiritually so that way you have a better understanding of this as well, but not to really continue that on, to kind of break away from that, because with Pluto's influence, you're meant to be a generational curse breaker here, okay? Just be sure that you're not over obsessing over your emotional well-being or your healing journey as well too, okay? Venus here, great placement for real estate, I'm not gonna lie to you. In terms of relationships, you do want a soul-like connection, somebody who is authentic, somebody who could be quite intuitive, or somebody who does do spiritual work, somebody who is spiritually inclined, you know. In terms of relationships also as well, this could bring karmic relationships, Venus and Pisces, since you are dealing with people that may not have your best intention at heart. So just watch out for that as well. That may be your Pluto in the 12th house lesson, is that you may go through these connections or you may go through these relationships to help you step into your power and to better discern what energy is for you, okay? Let's see here, Moon in Aries. First and foremost, you need to face your emotions head on. If not, this can lead to violent outbursts and lashing out. We don't want that now, do we? No. All right, just be sure here that you are building your confidence, expressing yourself, putting yourself out there. That's what brings you emotional fulfillment, but also dealing with those emotions when they come up. All right. Emotional fulfillment can also be found through enjoying life's recreations, love and romance, as well as children. Okay. But you're going to need confidence in order to execute any future endeavors that you have for yourself that establishes that balance. Okay. Nothing in Taurus, nothing in Gemini, Mars, and Cancer. Same gig as Moon and Aries because they are exchanging energy. And it's also leading towards a T-square. You need to face your emotions head on and not rush through your healing journey, dealing with any suppressed emotions that may come up from below the surface. That's actually what's going to help you on your journey to step into your power. Also, I will say, since Mars is at an apex of a major T-square, it is really important that you understand your own worth and value. Other people see things within you. It's up to you to see it within yourself, worth and value-wise, okay? With Mars and Cancer, very protective energy. Just be sure here that we are really cautious of our own emotional well-being and not taking it out on other people because of what we may be going through as well, okay? And for Venus and Pisces, don't give people another chance who don't deserve it. Set boundaries as per what Alara says. Thank you for the chime-ins. I really appreciate your observations. So if anybody does have observations, feel free to throw it in. Look, we love a collective reading. All right, let's see here. We have Chiron and Leo. Chiron and Leo may resonate as, like, or it may have manifested as perhaps maybe you felt that when you were expressed about your belief system, philosophy, your own meaning of life, or you just expressed yourself in general, people could have just teared you down, or they could have projected onto you. It could have caused you to dim your light. Now you have Chiron retrograde, so you could have dimmed your own light or suppressed your own light to make other people feel comfortable. This could have been in regards to belief. This could have been in regards to finding your own life's purpose. This could have even been into the introduction of your spiritual journey. It is really important that you're standing firm in what you want to express, your authentic expression, because that's what's going to help you to heal yourself. That's what's going to allow you to spread the correct information. That's what's going to allow you to really step into who you truly are meant to be. Okay. Another thing that I meant to say when I was talking about the third house, watch for gossip or spreading misinformation. That could be quite karmic for you. Okay. And that could actually lead to that Saturn placement, since it is opposing your Chiron placement. So just watch out for that, because that can actually cause wounds for you as well. But you could have grown up with a belief system, a religion, a philosophy that didn't quite resonate with you. You are urged to find your own belief system, to find your own philosophy, to find your own truth and express that and expand that out as well, okay? Nothing in Virgo. We have Jupiter in Libra. We already went through that. Libra MC. You are meant to teach the collective a different perspective. So I don't know if you ever heard the saying, there are three sides to a story: your side, their side, and the truth. You need to share your side of the story. They're going to share their side, but you need to share your side. That way we can find some type of truth as well. But with Libra MC, it does deal with other people as well. As I said, you will have an abundance of this when executing your future endeavors or dealing with any future endeavors as well. Just be sure to be receptive to that energy, okay? Last but not least, before I get to tarot, we have Pluto and Scorpio in that 12th house. It is really important that we're not over-obsessing over our spiritual development journey or trusting in the unknown, because that can lead to transformation in itself, and I'm pretty sure that you don't want that. Watch for vengeance, revenge, any controlling energy, because that could definitely be seen through hidden enemies with this placement. But I will say that your spiritual journey is going to bring you a lot of power, and can also bring you a long-term relationship, one that can definitely be a deep connection, one that has intimacy, vulnerability, and one that's pure as well, okay? Let's get to tarot. Let's get to tarot and feel all right. Well, I just got through the cards. I'm just going to pick them up. I'm pretty sure you heard it. You know, talk about Mercury retrograde, right? But this one flipped over amidst all the cards. Give me 1 second. Bear with, because my cards literally went all over this room. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. You're amazing. Thank you. Oh, of course. Thank you. All right, let me reshuffle that. Give me 1 second. Bear with. All right. Let's see, what else do we have? What else do we have for Josh? Okay, there is a decision that you need to make right now. You could be going through a tower moment. You could be going through a period of transition yourself too. It's a lot similar to the reading that I just did before. You could feel stuck and stagnant in the mind. Perhaps something is on your mind and it is causing some type of blockage for you to move forward. So a decision, wow, if I can get the cards right. So a decision needs to be made. Perhaps maybe leaving this thought in the past, perhaps maybe not dwelling on this thought, or just taking action towards this thought. 10:10 is on my clock as we speak. Okay, so it is really important that through this tower moment that you clear what is on your mind, because this can also be internal. That's actually what's going to lead you towards the celebration that's coming in for you. Perhaps you've been doing a lot of work. Now, I don't know if in the case that you've been feeling financially blocked, or perhaps like financially scarce, I should say as well, do realize that this is just a period for you to understand or to develop your faith better. That's what helps you to utilize the world as your oyster. I just bent that card. Yes, I did. Okay. That's what causes you to look at the world as your oyster. Look at the world as endless opportunity. Okay. You're gaining a lot of wisdom and insight right now. This is a lot of spiritual insight right now too. But I can also tell that you've been putting in a lot of action right now. Definitely take the time to rest. You know, step into your receptive energy, your more feminine energy, and let things flow to you, okay? Instead of you taking action. But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for you for the most part, Joshua. Thank you. Let's get together and feel alright. You could just call me Leo. Gotcha. Wow. All right. Last call for readings. Last call call. I can't spell. Last call. Last. All right, Leo is up next. Did anybody else send? Just making sure. Let's get together and feel alright when I don't. Hold on. That's right. Hold on, yes. Okay. I just Cash Apped you. Okay, so Jasmine is also there too. I don't know why my emails are just not working today. I think it's very stupid, if you ask me. All right, there we go. Leo and, oh wait, I just need that information. All right. A lot of Aquarius energy today. A lot of Aquarius today. Let's see here. In a restless world. And a lot of T-squares that I'm seeing here too. I think a time ago you wanted to send the birth information on Instagram. I did. And you could still send it on Instagram because like I still feel this inner like quarrel like when people send it on live, because I'm like, you never know who's watching. I just don't want people to take advantage of somebody else's energy, but people just do it, you know? So I can literally say that, don't do it, the sky's gonna fall, and people will still do it. So I'm like, all right, let's see here. Is that a Virgo ascendant or a Libra ascendant? Libra ascendant. Ooh. Let's see what's going on in this chart. Sun 20 Aquarius, Moon 3 Libra, Mercury 4 Aquarius, Venus 1 Aries. Venus is at a critical degree. Mars 4 Taurus, Jupiter 16 Virgo retrograde. Saturn 6 Cancer retrograde, Uranus 2 Pisces. Neptune 13 Aquarius, Pluto 21 Sagittarius. North Node 15 Taurus retrograde, Chiron 22 Capricorn. Ascendant 0 Libra, ascendants at a critical degree. MC 0 Cancer. MC, your midhaven, is at a critical degree. All right, let's see here. All right. So with Libra ascendant, part of your ascension does require you to focus on relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business, contract, marriage, and union, also applicable. It is really important here that you are giving back to yourself, having a relationship with yourself as well. Watch out for people pleasing or giving so much of your energy to your detriment, okay? With Moon in Libra, you find emotional fulfillment through relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business, contracts as well. But I also will say with Moon in Libra, there definitely comes a period of time where you stop the people pleasing, where you stop focusing on giving to other people, and you just focus on giving to yourself, and then you become Diet Aries. We love it. We love it. I also have Moon in Libra too. Now this is sitting at a major T-square here, so tapping into the foundational core of who you are, feeling those feelings and emotions through listening to your intuition, as well as learning yourself at a foundational level. It's going to help you to alleviate any inner conflict and tension that you may be having. Okay? Chart ruler can be found through Aries there, which is kind of the catch-22. So major focus on self-identity, independence, taking action towards your life's direction, as well as giving back to yourself through self-nourishment will also be heightened themes as well, okay? Moving on, nothing in Scorpio. Pluto and Sagittarius in that third house definitely need to be aware of who is around you, because they got to be ready when you're speaking, when you're sharing your information with other people. Not that you're doing anything wrong. That is not the gig. It's just people have to be healed to listen to the things that you are saying, is because it's coming with truth. You're being vulnerable when you speak, whether you're conscious about it or not. With Pluto being in the third house, there's a lot of truth that is being said that people may not be ready for. They may be intimidated because it's authentic. And if in the case that people are not healing towards becoming their authentic selves, they may project onto you. Don't take on that projection. Just stand in your power. And also, I will say, power does come not only through your mind, through your thoughts, through your ideas, but also through finding a specific belief system, philosophy, your own meaning of life, whatever that may mean to you. You naturally balance out any information that you share with other people with the experience that you've gone through, which makes it very authentic, which helps you to step into your power naturally, okay? Just be sure to further express that, okay? Because it is throwing an aspect to the sun. Chiron in fourth house can bring wounds pertaining to family. Perhaps maybe you didn't get the love and the nurture that you wanted early on. You could have definitely had to grown up early in life, or earlier than you would have hoped for. With Chiron and Capricorn, this can also talk about people trying to shut down the accomplishments that you have had, you know, people trying to cut down the little things or the success that you have had previously. This could have been family, but I will say focus on yourself, focus on your emotional well-being, focus on listening to your intuition, focus on bettering yourself at a foundational level. Also focus on your career status, legacy, and life's work, any goals, dreams, visions that you may have in regards to that. Focus on that and focus on the things that give you emotional fulfillment. That's actually going to help you to heal yourself and to heal other people as well too, okay? Effortless trine to your first house, which is also going to help you to figure out more of who you are too, okay? Now we have Mercury, we have Neptune, Sun in Aquarius. We got the party in the 5th house there. Expression, building up your confidence, as well as putting yourself out there is going to be something that's quite different for the collective. But I will say this is where you can best express your thoughts, best express your opinions, best speak up for yourself here with Mercury being in the 5th house, okay? Great placement for that to be in. Now that does square Taurus in your 9th house, in your 8th house, which means that sometimes when you're expressing yourself, you may kind of have a conflict, or you may go back and forth like, oh my God, I just don't want to go through another transformation, or oh my God, is anybody going to stop me from being my full self that I would like to be? Don't worry about people trying to tear you down, or, you know, just express yourself. Express yourself in the way that you would like to express yourself, but realize that not everybody's meant to like you. Not everybody's supposed to like you. With Aquarius, early on, Aquarius tries to fit in with people that they're not meant to be with. They try to find people that are like them, but they're different for a reason. You're different because you're meant to progress society forward, and you need to build confidence within that, because whatever you're meant to do is going to be something that's going to put you in a very powerful position, let me tell you, and it's going to last a very long time. You're not meant to take everybody with you. That's the gig, all right? Just be sure that you are looking at the false illusions that may be around building up that confidence and expressing yourself, because perhaps maybe it could be society standards of how they define confidence. You know, what's confidence to you? That's going to help you to step into your power, okay? We have Uranus and Pisces here. Uranus bringing in the 6th house can bring sudden changes to your personal development journey, can bring sudden changes to your day-to-day events as well. Pay attention to the ideas that do come about that, because that can help you in your career status, legacy, and life's work. It can also help you to manifest any future endeavors that you may have for yourself as well too, okay? Venus and Aries. In a relationship, you definitely want somebody who can keep up with you. You want somebody who can definitely have an assured sense of self. Be sure to have a relationship with yourself, like I said early on. That'll actually help you to attract a relationship for you too, okay? Watch out for any impulse energy or spontaneous energy within that relationship, partnership, interpersonal connection, business contracts, okay? Moving on, we have Mars in Taurus, North Node in Taurus. You're definitely destined to be a powerful individual, to step into your power, which means that you need to prioritize your healing journey, because you're going to go through a transformation here. Going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, making peace with your past are all going to be themes that are going to be faded in your life here. Just be sure to learn your worth and value, because here's the thing. Other people can see your worth and value. It's up to you to see it within yourself. Just be sure not to rush through any transformation that you're going through, or rush through your healing journey. Also be sure that we're not being impulsive or too impulsive, that we're equating money to our worth and value as well too. Let's see. I wanted to say something else, but I'm like completely forgetting it. So maybe it's just not that important. Oh, I did want to say here with your trine to Jupiter here, I will say that your healing journey is actually going to help you on your spiritual journey as well too. Okay, moving on, we do have, I just want to make sure. Okay, nothing in Gemini, MC in Cancer, Saturn in Cancer too. This Saturn's going to require a bit more work on your part, since it is in detriment, but it is learning who you are at a foundational level, definitely learning to listen to your intuition, processing your feelings and your emotions, catering to your emotional well-being. This is in regards to your career status, legacy, and life's work. And whatever you're doing for your career status, legacy, and life's work, two things. One, it needs to resonate with you on an emotional level. Otherwise, not worth it. Secondly, you need consistency, structure, and organization around your career status, legacy, and life's work in order to maintain the success and the status that is going to come in, okay? It is going to require a lot of work on your behalf. Just be sure to find the balance between your public and your private life, okay? Let's get to your Jupiter and Virgo before we get to tarot. Jupiter and Virgo, very grounded energy. Traveling to foreign lands can actually help you not only on your personal development journey, but on your spiritual development journey as well. Watch for self-criticism, criticism of others as well. That can definitely come about. Watch for health issues that can definitely be expanded with Jupiter and Virgo here. But for the most part, your spiritual journey is something that's going to lead you into expansion and can lead you to becoming wise as well, okay? It's also going to help you on your healing journey. Let's get to tarot. Let's get to tarot and feel alright. Let I go. Hold on. Hold on. Thank you. right, let's see what's going on here. All right. Now is a great time to take some rest, okay? Perhaps maybe you've been taking a lot of action. Now is a great time to also introspect, reflect on the things that have happened in your life. Why do I say introspect and reflect? You got an opportunity coming in for you. This can come through word of mouth. This can definitely come through something that, some news. This can also actually manifest during either Jupiter retrograde or Mercury retrograde. Since the two Ace of Coins and the Ace of Swords that came out, immediately I got retrograde for both. Jupiter being retrograde in Taurus, Mercury being retrograde in Virgo. So pay attention. You definitely may experience some news. This can bring you something that's going to lead towards emotional fulfillment. Could be a relationship, may not be, but since the Lovers card also came out, I'm leaning more towards it could be a relationship. It could just be something that helps you to gain emotional fulfillment. Something that's also going to help your stability. Something that can also help you to become more confident within yourself. Definitely focus on your inner child, expressing joy and happiness, because that's all coming in for you at the latter end, perhaps the latter end of this year. But I'm really hearing that you're meant to have joy and fulfillment in your life. And it seems as though that this past period has been anything but that, okay? So I will say just rest, to definitely open yourself up to receiving and receptivity, and things are definitely going to just flow in for you. But that's all I'm seeing for you for the most part. Thank you. All right, let's see. All right, readings are closed. Of course, anytime. Readings are closed. We have Jazz Nina. Jazz Nina is here. Now, Jazz Nina, I've done your chart before. Did you want something different? Okay, what did you want? Did you want transits? Did you want what did you want, Joja? And transits? Okay, let's see here. All right, so I don't need to go through the critical degree. Well, actually, I'll still see if you have any critical degrees, because I forgot from last time. All right, let's see here. Sun 12 Aquarius, Moon 27 Aries, Mercury 17 Capricorn, Venus 21 Capricorn retrograde, Mars 2 Capricorn, Jupiter 1 Cancer retrograde, Jupiter's at a critical degree, Saturn 19 Capricorn, Uranus 7 Capricorn, Neptune 13 Capricorn, Neptune's at a critical degree, Pluto 17 Scorpio, North Node 16 Aquarius retrograde, Chiron 11 Cancer retrograde, Ascendant 6 Aries, MC 3 Capricorn. All right, let's see here. You also know what I noticed? I always join your lives too late. I always miss the last call. And I was literally about to say that. Anytime when I say that readings are closed or I put in the last call, it's always quiet. But then when readings are closed, everybody's like, oh, are you still doing readings? And I'm like, yeah, let's see here. But I am going to be back later today at 2 p.m. Central Standard, 3 p.m. Eastern, okay? So you didn't miss it. But if you come back later today, set your reminder. Follow me if you're not already doing so. That way you get notified when I go live. But I'll be back today, 2 p.m. Central Standard, 3 p.m. Eastern. Please adjust the time zone if applicable. All right, let's see. Current transits. Let me just pull up a transit chart real quick so I can see what's going on here currently. I know Mercury is in Virgo, the Sun's in Virgo, Moon is in Cancer. Okay, so with Sun in Virgo right now, Sun is in your 6th house. Major focus is going to be on your day-to-day responsibilities, daily operations, work schedule, routine around personal development and physical health. It is important at this moment, I say this for everybody, because Mercury is also retrograding through your 6th house. Watch for self-criticism, criticism of others. Right now is a great time to reevaluate or revisit any lessons that pertain to your personal development journey, how you could be the best version of yourself in this material realm as well. Okay? Let's see here. I'll be back. Yay! I'm looking forward to it. My big 3, Scorpio, Sun, Libra, Moon, Cancer rising. Y'all. And thank you. Let's see here. Now, yes, with Mercury retrograde, you're revisiting and reevaluating lessons pertaining to becoming the best version of yourself. So tap into that energy. Mars is in your 7th house right now. Now, Mars just got into your 7th house not too long ago, about a week or two ago. Any interpersonal connections or any interpersonal situations that you may have or conflicts that you may have in regards to that, keep it within the dynamic. Don't bring other people into it, okay? Not saying that you would natally do that because you don't have any placements in Libra or in the 7th house, but Mars doesn't like being in Libra and Mars likes to shake shit up, and that's just my opinion. That's the take, you know, so just watch out for that. But for instance, you do have a lot of energy and drive towards relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts, okay? Now, since your natal Mars is in Capricorn, it is forming a square, so inner conflict and tension can definitely come about. Just be sure not to over prioritize relationships during this time because that can actually affect your career status, like I see in life's work too, okay? Let's see what else is going on. Now, we don't have anything in Scorpio, anything in Sagittarius. Capricorn, we have Pluto. Now, let's see here. Where is Saturn here? Now, you're adding Pluto into your 10th house, but Pluto's at 28 degrees, and it won't go back anything further than 26 at most. So I will say that right now, Pluto being in your 10th house can put you in a powerful position, can definitely make you more magnetic to the masses, I should say right now. But since it is forming that late stellium with all your planets in the 10th house, major focus right now for you is going to be career status, legacy, and life's work. It may feel as though that things are not moving at the pace that you would want them to. You can thank Saturn for that. But it is really important to find a balance at this time with your personal and your personal life and your public life as well. There needs to be the balance between the two in order to really get through this energy, especially with Pluto being in your 10th. All right. Definitely watch out for, be your most vulnerable self in your career during this time. If you had any mess ups, own it, take responsibility. Don't make a big deal out of it. But I will say for the most part with Pluto tends to expose things if you're not doing your healing work. So do the healing work, okay? Because Pluto right now is in your 10th house, and if in the case that you're not doing the healing work, which I already know that you are doing your healing work, so there's nothing to worry about, but just be sure to prioritize it. That's it. All right? As I said, everybody, I'm doing chart readings. I'll be back at 2. I'm just finishing up with Jazz Nina, okay? Let's see here. Aquarius, you have nothing in Aquarius right now, as I don't think. No. Okay, so right now we actually have Saturn in Pisces. So Saturn's in your 12th house. It's in planetary joy in the 12th house here, but you're learning the reality about a world without compassion. Perhaps you're looking for more pure energy, pure souls. You could even be in an isolation period at this time, too. It is important to really establish that connection with the universe, deepen it if it already exists, and really develop your faith because you're learning a lot about your unconscious self during this time as well too, which means that once things kind of pick back up and you go back into the world or you end your isolation period, you're going to see how much work that you've done. But at this moment, it may be a little hard for you to figure that out, okay? Don't fight the isolation period. Go through it, endure it. I'm in mine right now. It's a little like, but you know what? It gets better. It does. Look at the bright side. All right, so we have North Node in Aries. We also have Chiron in Aries currently right now. North Node is conjunct that moon placement, okay? Pay attention to how you're feeling, paying attention to your emotional well-being because it is really going to affect any fated events that come in for you since this is your first house. Right now, you are going to go through a massive transformation. Not so much the Plutonian transformation, but more so like fated events that are going to teach you who you are through yourself, your identity, your independence. You may even find a direction that you would like to take towards your life's endeavors per se. You know, just be sure not to rush through that with Moon being in your first house natally. Just be sure to face your emotions head on during this time, especially with North Node here, because North Node tends to bring the reckless energy with it as its shadow side. So facing your emotions head on, and because that can actually lead to a public outburst if not careful, since you have aspects to your 10th house, okay? Let's see here. And Chiron's also here too. So wounds can definitely come up around self-identity, independence, taking action towards your life direction. People may project on you, but because you're just being yourself, don't give in to the projection. Just focus on you, okay? Jupiter and Uranus are right now in your 2nd house in Taurus. So there could be effortless energy to bring in some material income for you, as well as establish your worth and value. Just be sure to watch out for spending more than what is coming in. Definitely watch out for self-splurging or, you know, creating a habit around overindulgence as well during this time for you as well. I keep saying as well. But anyway, moving on. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, what is this? Not the ad. I think that is pretty much it. I hit everything. So let's get to tarot. Oh, by the way, Venus is in Leo in your 5th house. Great placement for Venus to be in during this time. Other people like to be around you. You like to be around other people, or perhaps that's just something that you want during this time as well, too. But with Venus in the 5th house, I will say that there is value that could be found when you're establishing your worth and value. Confidence could come through that as well. And you could better express your confidence here, too, once you have a knowing of your worth and value. And Jupiter retrograde can definitely influence that within you. Can definitely be a time where you're learning your worth and value as well. Just be sure here, another placement, that you're not overindulging, because Jupiter and Venus are in places that can tend to overindulge. So just pay attention to that. All right, let's see what's coming out here for your... Oh, wow, look at God. You got an opportunity coming in for you. That's why you're going through this isolation. You're being prepared for something. You put in the groundwork for something. You laid down the foundation for something, perhaps something that you could have forgot about, and you had to be really patient on this journey. But not to worry, you're moving towards calmer waters. Justice is being restored from something probably long ago that happened to you that you didn't get the credit where credit was due, okay? Perhaps you've been waiting for your ships to come in, and look at God. God's coming through with an opportunity that's really going to help you on an emotional standpoint, okay? It's going to help you to become more emotionally fulfilled, okay? So you no longer have to guard yourself. You no longer have to keep yourself or your finances guarded, for that matter. So look at God. Things are working out for you. That's all I'm seeing for you for the most part. Thank you. All right, let's see here. Did I miss anything? All right, no, that's it. All right, everyone, I think that's it for today. I'm gonna go, and I'll be back later, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern. If in the case that you miss my lives, just go to the link in my bio under Universal Analysis, and you could book a private reading with me. It's usually longer. It's about an hour, and we go over the whole chart. We laugh, we cry, we do all the A words. It's a good time. You should check that out, okay? But until next time, I fare thee well. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. If I can end it.